Not all tarts are sweet. Here's my take with a sausage, egg, and cheese savory breakfast tart. Today on Let's Celebrate TV. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. And today it's all about celebrating breakfast. And I want to show you something a little different that I make for crowds of people when we have them visiting for the weekend, and I make them for buffets and everything. I call them little savory breakfast tarts. What's that? Think of it as a cross between a cupcake and a quiche. You'll see. Let's get started. First, it starts with the filling. Now, on the stove behind me, I have some loose breakfast sausage cooking. This is kind I use today. Use whatever kind you like. I just used about half of this package, which is about 8 ounces, and I just crumbled it up and fried it in a frying pan, and now it's sitting to cool for a few minutes. Next are the eggs. I'm going to be using 6. I've got 4 already ready. These beautiful organic eggs. Nice hard shells. All right. Into this, a splash of milk. Tablespoonish, a splash. Salt and pepper. Always. And whisk to combine. And whisk it well. Really beat up these egg yolks. Almost as if you're making scrambled eggs. All right. Now, how fast was that, right? All done. Now let's set these aside. Now, the tart part, the crust. First, I need a muffin tin. So I have my favorite muffin tin here. I'm going to be making 6 of them, and I've just sprayed each spot with a little bit of cooking spray, just in case. Next, we're going to use my favorite store-bought unrollable pie crust. Now I know, I always say make it from scratch, make it yourself. This is one time where I bend the rules. I have a cookie cutter or biscuit cutter about the same diameter as the muffin tin. So we're just going to cut out 6. Very simple. And then we're going to take each of these discs and just put it right towards the bottom of the muffin tin. Now, it's not going to fill up the tin, and that's okay. This is just a base. Very simple so far. I made these this past weekend. We had a crowd with us up at camp, and I made them with bacon and spinach and Swiss cheese. And one of my friends decided to call them cupquiches. So that could be their new name. But what's great about these is you can fill them with anything. Today I'm using sausage and cheese, and of course eggs. But you could do, mushrooms and sausage and bacon and whatever you like. Now let's get rid of this. Okay, now the sausage. What's great about these, you can serve them hot, you can serve them room temperature, they can sit on a buffet for hours, and they're great. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of the sausage down in each one. Not too much because you want to leave room for the egg, but you don't want to skimp either. So, a teaspoon. If there are any big hunks, just kind of break them up a bit. That's why you let it cool. Now, another great thing with these is it's something different. And as I said, it's limited to your imagination. You could make them a little sweeter. You can put whatever you like in them. They're really great for holidays too, because you could assemble most of this the night before, and then in the morning just pour the egg in and bake them off. All right. Now the egg mixture. Just going to pour in a little bit, just enough to cover it. And it's okay if it goes over the edge of the crust a little bit. It's perfectly fine. That's what the cooking spray is for, to make sure that nothing sticks. And don't overfill them. Okay. Now the best part. I have some extra sharp shredded cheese here. We're just going to pile some right on top. Again, any cheese you like. I don't know that I would use blue cheese, but depending on what you put in it, maybe. All right. Now, how easy is this? I think you can do it. I know you can do it. All right, now they're ready for the oven. I've got my oven heated at 400 degrees, and I'm going to bake these just like this for 7 to 9 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on them. Now, it may be a little bit more or less depending on your oven, but you'll know when they're done. They're going to puff up and they won't be jiggly. Just be careful, don't overbake them. You don't want them dried out. Off to the oven. Okay, it's been exactly 9 minutes. Now, when I took these out of the oven, the center was just the tiniest bit still jiggly, and that's okay because I've been letting this sit here for a few minutes, and just the heat of the muffin pan finish that off. Carry over cooking, we've talked about that before. Now, I'm going to take a little sharp paring knife, pull a couple of these out, and look how easily that comes out. You could just run your knife around to make sure. Okay. Here's 2. This is still pretty warm, so we put this aside. And here we go. What a great hearty little breakfast. Let's give it a little taste. Now I'm going to cut one open because they're still pretty hot. And for you to see how wonderful that is, all that cheesy, eggy, sausagey goodness. How wonderful it would be with spinach or pepperoni or whatever you like in it. Now let's give a little taste. And here's the best part. You could be refined and use a knife and fork, or if you had these on a buffet, you can just pick them up and eat them. That's good. Still very hot. Cheesy and eggy, and that pie crust is cooked just perfectly, so you get that lovely crusty pie type feeling like you do with a quiche. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us. Now remember, as always, I'll put this recipe up in the comment section on the website. And as always, guys, hit that like button, hit that notification button, and what do I always say? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We're getting more subscribers all the time. Keep it up. We love it. And follow us on Facebook. We're on Facebook now, and we love hearing from you. So as always, youtube.com/Let's Celebrate TV and facebook.com/Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Cheers.